Hello. Almost done with the paperwork. I got more shit to do. Uh, I love reading the comments actually, especially from DL. DL has some great comments, and when I see comments like that, it's like it doesn't matter what I do. I just do it because I want to do it. I do like helping people. In my own ways. You know, some people I'll make them pay. And some people, you know, when I read some comments, it's like you don't need to pay anything for me. Depending on how your comments are to me. Some people, I don't know, to be source family, it's kind of like I don't know, I set myself apart from all the source family. Well, I never knew that I was a source family. That's what's strange about me is like I never knew I was a source family. And I never knew I had you know the abilities that came with it. I never knew all about that shit. It's like I'm still new at this. I'm still learning, just like all the other source family is still learning. And I know some of them are way stronger than me. I know some of the source family are way stronger than me. I'm not the strongest, to be honest. You know, I just set myself apart from everybody else. I don't know. It's like I'm not. I don't know. It's like, DL, you have really great comments. Which I like. I like hearing that because I can relate a lot to you, and some of you people out there, DOW is great comments too. Which is I like that. Ugly sofa, yeah, I like your comments. I mean, those are like the three main people that I talk to, and then I got David, and he's starting to talk with me now. It's like communication. I'm learning how to communicate, which you're talking to an introvert here. I am an introvert. When I'm in front of this camera, you see there's nobody here. It's just me. I'm getting comfortable with the camera, and I'm getting comfortable saying what I want to say. Whether people don't like what I say, it's like it's tough luck. Fuck you. That's all I could say. It's just I don't know. I set myself differently. You know. I wonder. If I have Jay inside of me. I wonder if Jay could come and use my body, or not Jay, but the source itself using my body to speak through this body. I'm just curious about that because I always feel like sources. I feel like source is curious about me. I don't know why. Yeah, I feel like creation is curious about me because I'm like an atheist. I'm like I'm not a believer. Well, I kind of I don't know beliefs. I don't believe in the belief system that we have in this reality. I do believe. I know there is creation. You know, that created us. You know, I know that now. It's just I wouldn't call it. I believe in creation because belief is anybody who believes always worship it. So I just my way of saying is I know creation exists, but I'm not the worshipped. I do not worship nothing. I'm not a worshiper of anything. No one should be worshipped. Everybody should just be. I'm just a regular. Okay, I'm a freaky regular smo. I'm a freaky regular smo like everybody else. And I to me, it's like I'd rather treat everybody else like they were treating, like I treat you, like you are my friend. But it's like that's how I look at things. But I am very picky on having friends as an introvert. As an introvert, I'm very picky on having friends. It's like one small thing you do is like I walk away. Only friend I got is this camera. This camera right here. That's the only friend I have. Because it's hard to trust people outside. I have a hard time trusting people. I mean, yeah, I may hurt people, but it's like that's part of. I've been hurting people a lot in my life because I've been hurt myself. I've been hurt myself a lot because of people. And then, it's one thing. When I was younger, I used to put all my trust into one person. I put all my trust into one person, and then all of a sudden you lose it. Someone, I had friends who didn't want to be friends with me. Especially in Asian people. I used, I had Asian friends. I had my first Asian friend. Oh no, he wasn't my first Asian friend. It was like during work, but he said we don't want to be friends no more, and that kind of hurt kind of bit. It was like he was he was popular, but it's like I could never be around those kind of people. I had, like I said, I had a best friend that died. He was a big old white redneck guy, but he wasn't. But he was more. He knew everything about me. He knew everything. I mean, we went through shit together. It's like we were different. We had our differences, but it didn't matter to me. But he never listened to me. He never once listened to me. My other friend, my friend that died. Sometimes I can hear him because he always says shit for brains. He always says shit for brains. I can hear his ass sometimes. But that's the that's the way it was. I'm just curious how. I guess he woke up in a shock on the other side. Yeah, because he was a big old. Maybe the bear that was in my truck was him. He was a big old bear. That's what he was. He was a big old bear. He was like 340 pounds, 6 foot, I think 6'3". He was a big guy, almost 400 pounds. I loved it. I loved him to death. He was like my best friend. He was from Kansas, and I always say we're not in Kansas anymore. And he didn't like hearing that. So, yeah, he was like my one best friend. I always had one best friend. That's it. That's all I needed. Just one friend. One best friend I could put my life to. That's how I was. I mean, I made friends, but they weren't like other friends that I hang around with. They weren't like him, like my best friend Randy. I just yeah, I can still hear him saying shit for brains. I think his spirit, or his little tiny spirit, is hanging around me right now. I think that's him. I don't mind having him hanging around me. Since he knows what I am now. So yeah, I miss my best friend. Yeah.